Hey y'all, this is AL Think Madonna, Cinnamon Sugar. And for those of y'all who are new here, listen here. You see me removing the hat. I done removed the hat. This is something that I do from time to time over here. You might catch me making a video where my hair is halfway done, just getting started, ain't started on at all, or I'm taking it down or something like that. This is a situation where I am in the middle of doing my hair. My hair was supposed to have already been done, but I dropped the ball on that last week, and it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish installing these between now and the end of tomorrow because I'm working half day, so I should be able to finish even if I don't finish now because it is like an hour and a half, 2 hours pretty much before I got to start getting ready for work. So whatever I can install within these next 2 hours is what it's gonna be, and then I'm gonna cover it up because it's gonna take me a while because like this isn't the type of hair that I'm using. I have to like twist in order to get it to twist and stay. I can't. There are certain types of hair where I could just do like this and wrap it and it like stays tight like this. This I actually got to do work a little bit. So it takes me a little bit more time to achieve the look that I'm going for. But it's okay. It's worth it in the end because I get complimented from everybody. So apparently it looked good. Apparently it looked good. So anyway, let me tell y'all about what's been going on. So on Saturday, that was the Labor Day function. Okay, that's what happened on Saturday. If y'all saw my video that I posted the other day, the last one that I posted, it was from the Labor Day function itself. It was outside of the Labor Day function, and listen, my stomach had me going through. It was my own fault because I had been eating like trash. So I mean, don't cry for me, Argentina. Like I tell y'all all the time, don't cry for me, Argentina. It's my fault. It is my fault because I hadn't been eating the way I was supposed to eat. When I was eating right, I hadn't had these issues. I don't have or experience gastrointestinal issues unless I don't eat right. So that's my fault. And I'm going to get back on track all the way. So don't worry about it. I promise you, I'm going to be okay. So anyway, also, don't mind me in this moment. I'm just like prepping hair that I'm going to be installing in my head. So that's what's going on right here. But that's the only thing I hate about this particular hair. I caught it on a deep discount, but usually whenever I catch any hair like this, the way they separate it and all that, I have to take a rubber band off of it and I have to take stuff like this off of it. I cut part of this off, I don't know how long ago, like when I first got the hair, when I took it out of the packs. So they look like, I mean, it's easier, but I'm just saying, like, you have to do quite a bit in order to get all of it off. So that just kind of helped me to get started with this situation. So now I'm separating everything and doing what I need to do. So don't mind me. That's what I'm doing in this moment. Okay, y'all. So let me tell y'all about what's going on. So I ate bad. So while I was in the middle of trying to do the video before going into the function, my stomach was tore up. So I went, used the bathroom there. Then I ended up getting back in the car thinking I was okay. Then my stomach was like, nah, you ain't all right. And it was so bad that I said to myself, okay, either I'm going to have to go straight home because I'm not going to make it to no bathroom nowhere, or I'm going to leave the function, go to a random bathroom. I'll be able to make it there, hopefully. And even if I don't, at least I'm going to go in there and try to get the rest of this out of me. And then I'm going to have to go home and then, oh well, for the function. And I was just so sad about it. I was like, please, Lord. I really want to go to this function. So I went to the bathroom. I ended up going up the street to this random McDonald's so that I could use the bathroom, blow it up in peace, so to speak. And luckily they've remodeled and all that, so they actually were nice. Bathrooms were actually nice. It was clean. Toilet paper was abundant, so I was happy about that. So I did what I did, and I prayed for the best. I said, Lord, I hope my stomach don't get disturbed no more, because sometimes my stomach would try me and make me think it's over with, but it's not. Because that's exactly what happened when I went to the function, because I thought I was good. Normally what happens is, if I've been eating bad, and it's coupled with the fact that I'm kind of nervous, because sometimes I get anxiety before I go to a function or whatever, my stomach just started killing me. And so I normally get it all out. I might leave later than I want to leave, which in my mind, I feel like I'm late because that's what's happened before. But I thought it was over with. So I ended up leaving later than I wanted to leave. And I still got there within a decent amount of time because I was able to get a really nice parking space. Well, I'll be doggone. Stomach started killing me. Used the porta potty once. Then I ended up going back out to the car trying to record again. Child, please. My stomach was like, ma'am, what we not finna do is this. So that's when I left the function altogether because I didn't want to look crazy going to the porta potty again and all of that, y'all. So I was praying the whole time. I was like, Lord, please let me make it to this bathroom and please let me make it back to the function and still be able to get a good parking spot. I was able to come back, get the same parking spot that I had. So I was really glad about that. So I finished making the video for y'all. Then I got out of the car. I got out of the car like maybe 45 minutes to an hour after the function started. My friend had already went in. Y'all didn't see the video that I had made prior because she ended up pulling up and she pulled up after me, which I was shocked. Normally she be super early for everything. And it's not like she was late. It was just she was way later than what she said she was going to, the time that she said she was going to get there. So I was kind of shocked about that. So anyway, see, this is one of the ones that's like not done like it needs to be. So I got to cut it off because that'll make it easier for me to do versus trying to untie it. So yeah, y'all didn't see that video because I was telling y'all that she was right here. I saw her son in the passenger seat and all this other stuff. And she had her legs out like she had her legs out. She ain't got no booty, right? So she will wear super short shorts and stuff like that. And like nobody will bat an eyelash. But if I was to wear something like that, it's a wrap. It's like, see, I can't wear booty shorts and I got booty shorts. I can't wear no real booty shorts like what she had on. I can't do it. I can't go out in society like that. I will get hounded. Like, I don't have time for the shenanigans. Even if it's comfortable, I won't be able to do that. Golly, I got a lot of hair prepped. I ain't gonna be able to get all this in my head. I might need to stop. It don't matter. We gonna see what happens. I'm gonna do a couple of more pieces and then I'm gonna start installing. So, again, just giving y'all a heads up. I am prepping this hair. And then I'm gonna start installing. So what's right here is gonna be the last of what I'm doing for the moment because I know I'm probably still gonna need more before it's all said and done. And then I will start installing my hair. So anyway, y'all, when I finally went into the function, I spoke to everybody and I'm looking around, looking for my friend. I see her. I went straight over to the table that she was at. This other person was there. I have told, for those of y'all who've been here for a while, I've told y'all about this person before. So sitting right next to her was one of the women who got mad at me when the not so divorced man came into the picture. When he started working there, she was interested in him. Now, she don't know that I know her tea, but she's bi. Okay, she's bi. She's a little bit older than me. She might be in her late 40s, early 50s. But yeah, not much older than that. But anyway, she don't know that I know her tea. So she saw how he was interacting with me. And this was long before he was approaching me, talking about, oh, I like you, I want you, I got to have you, I want to take you out on a date and all this other stuff. At this point in time, this was when he was actually like, hey, I got a wife, we got a child together, and you know what I'm saying, all of that. And you know, it was what it was. He was telling the truth, all that good stuff, whatever, right? So I was like, okay, well, little did I know, she and one other person were going to eventually be highly upset with me and not speak to me. Like, they didn't speak to me for at least 6 months. And I mean, they used to religiously speak to me, y'all, religiously. And it was just to a point where I was just like, you gotta be playing. Like, this cannot be real life. And I started connecting the dots, and I was like, oh, they ain't talking to me because he's trying to talk to me. And they see that he ain't giving them no play, and they see how he acting towards me. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm oblivious at times when it comes to stuff like that, when people be living for me, supposedly, and I just be looking like, huh? People be like, oh, they like you? I'm like, yeah, no, they don't. And they really do the whole time, and I be looking like, okay. Like, I really be looking like, alrighty. Y'all, let me put my glasses on so I don't look as crazy. This is typically how I am, like when I'm at work and things, and when I'm out. I do this. There's gonna be longer hair. Don't forget, there's gonna be longer hair to help fringe it out a little bit more, whatever. Frame my face more. It's gonna be longer. Don't worry. It's gonna look better. Cause like I normally had this head wrap on and all that. Y'all saw that video. If you saw the last video, y'all saw. So, you know, I've been able to pull it off. I've been able to get away with it. So that's what I typically do. So anyway, y'all. But she was one of the people who was in their feelings because she could tell that old boy liked me. And she just legit stopped talking to me. I would say her, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Keep in mind, she's one of the people who trained me. My friend and her, they trained me. So she just stopped like talking to me altogether. It was so weird. And then, like, I guess it seemed like the two of them finally realized that I wasn't checking for him, and they started back talking to me because it was so stupid. I was just looking like, "Are you sick?" Like, I really was like, "You cannot be serious about this. Like, you ain't talking to me no more because of a dude that I don't have no interest in. Like, I'm not checking for whether he checking for me or not. I'm not checking for him, so I don't understand what is going on in this moment. Like, it was confusing to me. So anyway, child. When I tell y'all I was over it, I was like, ma'am, now you know this is stupid. But she was sitting right next to my friend. And so they were like, hey, da, da, da. So I stood up for a little while. I didn't feel like sitting down just yet. I felt okay. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna stand up for a few minutes, for a little while. I stood up for like maybe 30, 45 minutes. So as more people filed in, I was like, well, let me grab a chair just in case. Because I don't want to be tuckered out and feet toe up and, you know, I'm hurting or whatever. But when it's time for me to go, because I was going to have to leave and go to work, y'all. I still had to work. So I already made up in my mind, I'm going to work. I'm going to go to work. What I'm going to do is I am going to go to this function for 2 hours, leave from the function. I got my work clothes in the car, work shoes in the car. I'm going to change when I get to work, and then I'm going to work. It's 12-hour shift, and hopefully I'll be okay and get through it. Y'all, I almost didn't make it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I tell y'all the Lord was on my side because I fell asleep on like every single one of my breaks. Like eventually, like when it was almost time for me to go back, I would drift off for like 1 or 2 minutes and something would just wake me up. Because I'm that type of person. Normally, when I fall asleep, it's a wrap. I am not waking up for hours. Unless I gotta pee real quick. Like if I fell asleep and I had to pee right then, that's the only way I'm waking up. Oh Lord, I'm telling you, the Lord be knowing because I was not finna wake up. Like I really was not about to wake up. It was bad. So anyway, yeah, it was terrible. So I ended up. So anyway, the reason why I even brought her up is because she was sitting next to my friend, and we were talking. All three of us, we were talking, having a great time the entire time. Had great music playing. I was so happy, y'all. They had so many good older songs playing. The DJ really set it off. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was leaving from the function, I don't know if y'all heard in the background, but it was some Michael Jackson song I hadn't heard in I don't know how long that they was playing. I was like, oh, you know, went wuff. You know, went wuff already, honey. I'm here for it. So, um, but there was this one particular song. Y'all know that Dennis Edwards songs Don't Look Any Further or whatever the name of that song is. Me and the woman who stopped talking to me, who had actually trained me, we was singing that song. And so she was shocked I knew the song because she know I'm younger than her. A lot of people be shocked that I know older songs like that. And I mean, that song came out like in what, the 80s? And I'm an 80s baby or whatever. Well, you know, I was born in the 80s or whatever. So she was kind of shocked. And I knew like pretty much all the words. Even the little ad lib, the little, you know, African part or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. We were like, Dale, Dale, like we was doing that. It was everything. Don't look any further. It was everything. Listen, y'all do not understand. Wait a minute. What was the song? So there was another song. People were shocked that I knew. It's this Ronald Isley and the Isley Brothers song. It's like a newer song, but it's not new. It's that I think he brought it out. He came out with it like around COVID because the way the video was made, but it was called Friends and Family or something like that. What is it? Talking about friends and family. Yeah. Do your two-step and take it to the left, 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 left. Anyway, like it's a little fun cookout song. So they played that, and I was like, okay, that's good, that's cool. Child, I was like, please don't play no slide songs. Don't play no step songs. Don't do it because I'm going to want to get up and dance. So I was just like, Lord, please don't let them play no slide songs. They ended up playing this one song, and it like had this Afro beats type of situation to it. But the people that were up there dancing, they knew it, and there was a slide dance to it. And I was like, wait a minute. Child, I had to record that because I was like, wait a minute. It is not that it was hard. I had just never seen anybody do that particular dance. So I was like, man, let me record this. And I'm going to learn that. I'm going to learn that. And it's crazy because one of the people that was up there, he actually was trying to get people to come up there who didn't know how to do it, that wanted to learn it because he was going to teach you. And I was just like, yeah, I ain't getting up there. I'm not, and I mean, it wasn't that I was shy or nothing. I just didn't want to get up there and wear myself out before I went to work. That was literally the only reason. So they ended up playing the wobble, and I was just like, you know what? I was finna get up and do it. So this one literal big girl got out there on the floor. She had this cute camouflage jumper on. So I don't know if it was her little girl or what, but it was her and some little girl, and they got up. They both were doing it. I recorded them. I have all of this on my like personal page that I shared with my friends and family or whatever. So they've seen the videos. But it was so cute. But as they got to the end of the song, my friend, she don't like to dance. Well, according to her, she don't know how to dance. And so I was like, come on, Heifer, let's go. So I got her to get up. And so she was like, what? I was like, I'm going to teach you how to do this dance. You said you don't know how to dance. Let me show you how to do this dance. The song almost over with. It's real easy. Let me show you real quick. So once the little part started over where it said, hey, big girl, back here. Once it got to that part, you're supposed to jump. So I was like, I'm going to wait. And it was almost to that part. And so I was like, okay, come on, come right here. And she looked at me. She was like, no, I'll record you. I'm not finna move. I was like, girl, get over here. And it literally was the last part of the song where he did it one more time. And I couldn't get the heifer to do it. And I was just like, girl, I'm really over here arguing with her. And she wouldn't do it. I was like, I think the song finna go off. So now I can't even teach you. And next thing I know, the song going off. And I'm just like, heifer, you make me sick. She was like, I told you I wasn't going to dance no way. I was like, girl. Anyway, so that was funny. But I was really arguing with her like, get over here. It is not hard. So yeah, and also something that happened, a couple of things happened. So there was this older lady, it's this older white lady that lives across the street from them. And she comes over from time to time because pretty much everybody in the neighborhood is invited if you want to come. They play music really loud. Nobody calls the police. Like, it's a good time. Like, so I think that even if you live next door, unless you had to go to work the next day, it really shouldn't have been a bother. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It wasn't even that bad. So I'm looking, and the lady from next door, I'm being told, oh, well, she lives directly across the street. I was like, oh, okay. From the time I walked into the function until the time I left, which was 2 hours, this woman that's 80 some years old was dancing. She had a cup in her hand. She was dancing the whole time. So at one point in time, she walked up to me. Like, she came all the way over to where I was and asked me to dance with her. I was like, okay. I was like, sure, I'll come dance with you. Went out with her. She was like, oh, well, we ain't got to go all the way up there if you don't want to. I was like, well, I don't care. I'll go wherever you want to go. So we went out into the middle of the grass because they had like this little area that's paved where everybody was going up to dance, and that's where she was most of the time. And like I said, she was just like, oh, well, it don't matter. So we went over and we started dancing. I started like two-stepping with her, and I'm just like, child, first of all, like I told y'all in the other video, at the end of the other video, it was just one person in particular. Like, we kept catching each other's eye, and I was just like, I don't know if this is one of their family friends. I don't know what he is to them, but he been peeping me the whole time. I'm talking about even when I'm sitting down, the man staring at me, and he all in my mouth. I'm looking like, what is going on? Who is he? Who is he? Child. And I mean, it's not that he was ugly, but I don't know who he was. It was a lot going on in that moment. Child. So anyway, the woman, we danced and we danced and we danced. And so she started talking to me. We had a nice little conversation. She was so sweet. So I asked her if she would take a picture with me or whatever. And I ended up doing like a little mini video because that's what I normally do in order to capture pictures. So we did a little video and it was so cute. And so then she went on by her business and she went back to the like little dance floor area and started dancing some more up there by herself for a little while. Y'all, the hostess ended up coming to me and was like, come dance with me. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? She asked me to come dance with her. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get up and go. Who am I to say no? So I went up there, started dancing with her. Y'all, she was getting it. And I just said to myself, I'm gonna be tame. So I'm not gonna set it off like everybody else setting it off. Okay. I did my little two-step. I was laughing. Like, y'all, I was so happy. Like, people don't understand how happy simple stuff like that makes me. To just be able to be in an environment where everybody is having fun, everybody is enjoying themselves, ain't no negative foolishness going down, whatever. So we danced. Um, what was the song? Was it not Celebrate? What's the song? If I can't think of the song before the end of the of this, I'll tell y'all. I'll probably, if I think of it, I'll put it in the on here somewhere. But doggone, what is the name? I was about to tell y'all the person who sung the song. Um, Not Teddy Pendergrass, I don't think. I don't forgot. But anyway, so we dancing, having a good old time, and it was just a whole vibe, y'all. I'm talking about we were so happy. Then the lady from across the street, she came and was dancing with us while we was dancing. And so it was fun. Then the lady that I told y'all about who didn't speak to me for like at least 6 months because she was feeling the married dude and I wouldn't. And she saw that he was living for me and not living for nobody else. And she got in her feelings and literally would not speak to me for the longest. I was like, girl, ain't nobody got time for this. Then eventually she came around. So anyway, she got up there and started dancing a little bit too. Like, it was so fun, y'all. Um, so when I went and sat back down, I started talking to my friend again. And then I just so happened to turn around. So just like I figured, old boy who got the two kids, he ended up showing up because like I told y'all before, that's his aunt and uncle. Not by blood, but pretty much. So he showed up with the kids. At first, all I saw was him coming in with the kids. So I was like, okay. The baby mama was there. Child, I was like, pretty sure they came together. So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just the type of person that if I'm done with you, don't be coming to none of my family functions and stuff no more. Like, what is we doing? That's just me. Like, I don't care if we got kids together now. I don't see the point of you coming to my family functions and enjoying all of this good, nice, free flowing food and liquor and thing. I don't know. I don't know. I just never saw the point in nobody that I used to be with still coming around my family. So anyway, um, and they probably doing it for the kids and all that, child, whatever. So anyway, um, but I saw him, and so I told my friend, I was like, "Hey, they your friend?" Because I had been told her, I was like, "Yeah, he might be there." She was like, "Yeah, he probably will be there since that's his folks." But I don't care because she can't stand him. It is hilarious. It's hilarious how she can't stand him. I swear, it is so funny to me. And so she looked and she saw him. Now, because she can't stand him, she was really, really, really paying attention to something that I ain't even paying attention to. Y'all, it was hot. Now, in the shade, it felt fine. Like, I didn't break out into a sweat until I was dancing, right? She was like, why he got this? Why he got that on? He didn't get the memo that it was summer. I was like, what you talking about? So I looked at him again. He had on this like fleece top and some jeans. That's all thick material that would keep you warm. Now, yeah, had it been that night, later on that night, if it even got cold that night, that would have made sense to put it on if it got a little chilly outside because it's been cool the last couple of weeks here after the sun don't go down, a good little while after the sun go down. So I get that. But yeah, at the time that he came in, he was with the kids the whole time. Even though the baby mama that he was walking around, his daughter's very active. That's the main child he had with him the whole time. Cause she lived for him. She's a, daddy's girl. And so it was just a situation where I was just like, you in the sun most of the time. What is the reason for you to have that on? Okay, that's crazy. But go off. So anyway, I didn't know if he was gonna speak because I wasn't finna go up to him and speak. I actually didn't see the baby mama at first. I didn't see her until like an hour after that. And it was random. I was like, oh, there go baby mama. I was like, oh, there she go. But anyway, so he came over and he spoke to me. He didn't speak to my friend that was sitting right next to me. It was so funny. He literally came over there and spoke to everybody but her. It was so funny. Um, then when I was leaving out, he was in the driveway with the kid and with some woman. And I'm thinking, I'm just like, oh, let me go ahead and go past them. Let me get on about my business. I'm thinking that's the end of it. He was like, all right, you finna go? I was like, yeah, gotta go to work. So he was like, what? Oh, that's crazy. All right, well, be safe. Have a good day at work. And I'm like, yep, all righty. Kept on going. Like, it's not like it used to be. Like, when you sit up there and decide that you want to distance yourself and not be my friend, basically, no more over something stupid, I ain't got time for it. I do not have time for it. So, I see you. We see each other. So, yeah, y'all. But I actually, like I said, I'm shocked that he actually spoke. I am. I'm shocked that he spoke. Um, his kids are getting big. Every now and again, he reaches out to me, um, in my DMs, and he'll tell me little stuff. He'll be like, "Yeah, the kids are getting big. Yeah, this is going on. Yeah, that's going on." I'd be like, "Oh, okay." Like, he just to talk to me, he'll randomly be like, "Well, did you hear me blow?" And I would be like, "When?" He was like, "Oh, I did it earlier today, not now." Like, he just be doing random stuff just to try to get me to talk now. And I just be like, "Well, we could have still been like really cool friends, but you decided to be stupid. So it is what it is, honey." Um, so I went up there, and after I had danced with the hostess, another song came on that I liked. So I just stayed up there and was still dancing. So this man kind of like, he approached me, and so like it was a dance where you had to kind of like, if you like me and you got a little bit of body or whatever, you gotta, you gotta move. You gotta move. And I mean, the song was making me move. I don't know why I can't remember the song. Dang, nabbit. And I wasn't recording at that time, so I can't think of what the song was. Man, this man was rolling up on me, y'all. And people was like, oh, shoot. I was like, oh, no. Don't nobody got time for this. I was like, this gonna have to stop. And in my mind, I ain't gonna lie, I think of so much random stuff. I was like, I don't know if this man married. Like, it was about to be, like, my booty was like, almost on him, and he rolled all the way up. So I'm just like, and like I did a whole move, I did a whole spin move while I was with y'all. I was doing the most. I ain't gonna lie to you. In that moment, I did the most. I was like, yeah, let me go sit down. I ain't getting up no more. I'm not gonna get up no more. And it's funny because the man that had been eyeing me all night, he just staring at me. All them people that was on the dance floor, and he looking at me. I was like, well, you should have got up here. You should have rolled up. Shoot. And I mean, I was moving and shaking, and at one point in time, he was right behind me, and I was doing what I was doing, and I was like, girl, I told my own self, I was like, girl, go somewhere, sit down. I could not believe I was doing all that, y'all. But I'm sorry, I've gotten to a point in my life where I was just like, look, my relationship is over with. And there were so many things in my life that I always restricted myself on, and I was just like, I'm not finna sit up in a situation no more where I'm not happy. I want to enjoy myself. I'm not gonna be fearful of what somebody might think or say as far as something that I'm doing. So if it's something that's making me happy, I'm gonna do it. So I got up there and I danced. Like I told y'all before, it was so fun. I had so much fun. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was really, really nice. And all of that. Dang, I'm mad I can't think of that song. Um, but it was a really, really, really good time that we had, and I danced a good little bit. People, I see. I didn't know how people were gonna take me. I thought they were gonna think I was lame. Man, I got back to work. So today I'm minding my business. I'm at work, and I see one of the people. She actually is another person that does the job that my friends do, which is they make the schedules. So she saw me, and she was like, I wasn't expecting you to be at the function, but when I did see you, and I didn't see you no more, I had to ask somebody where you were, and they told me you went to work. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, I ain't had no choice. And I explained to her the situation. So she was like, oh, okay. And I told her, I was like, look, like she said, this is gonna be the last one, and they invited me, and I wanted to go. And for some reason, every single time I have plans, I gotta work. So I mean, it is what it is. I couldn't sit up there and risk not getting a check. I want to get at least my normal check and not have a gap in between. So, yeah. So we got to talking. And so she was like, yeah, I didn't know. Like, I'm looking for you. I was like, well, shoot. she seemed like she liked to party or something. I was like, no, I'm really into partying. It's just that I actually like dancing a little bit, and it's just something that I've been getting into, and it makes me happy. And so I wanted to go ahead and explain that, but she felt like I was a vibe, so I was like, oh, okay. But wait a minute, I knew I was gonna almost forget. Let me tell y'all what happened prior to her getting all the information out of me and her telling me all the information she told me. So I left to go on my break. So as I'm going up the floor, she right there. So she was like, "Hey," like her whole vibe is like different than how she normally normally talk to me. Like most of the time, like when we have our moments, we have our moments. But yeah, this was different because she saw me outside of my element. Now she already saw me a little bit when she saw me at the retirement party, but we didn't dance, so she didn't see all of that. I had a drink. That's all she saw. But so she saw me and she was like, "Hey, blah, 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 blah." I'm talking about excitement and everything. Why the side heifer? Right here to the side as I'm going through a door. She on the other side right there. And so she and I start walking up the floor. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I was looking for you at the party." Da, da, da. Why? When I started talking to respond to her, she was like, "Oh my gosh, where did you go?" Why the side heifer go insert herself like she always do, y'all? When I tell y'all, it never fails. She saw somebody interacting with me and decides to interrupt the conversation. I just ain't never seen nothing like it. I just ain't nobody talking to you. Don't nobody talk to you. Don't nobody be wanting to talk to you. And she feels as though she has to just insert herself to be heard. Cause don't nobody want to talk to her. You saw us in the middle of a conversation and you want to cut me off to say like that's what killed me. She don't never be talking about nothing. She wasn't even saying that. She called a woman name and didn't even say nothing. And it's just like, girl, go somewhere and sit down. Go somewhere and sit down. And if I'm not mistaken, this wasn't even halfway through the day for her, which is an 8-hour shift. I'm pulling the 12. And it's like either it was my first or my second break when she did this. So it was either at no, my second or my third break. So it was either at like midnight or at 2 something when she did this AM. And I'm just like, girl, you ain't even on your first break yet. Why are you even out here? Like she was out there talking to somebody else. And then, like I said, she saw me in the middle of talking to her and it was time to interrupt me. But anyway, so I was just like, let me walk up the floor. I ain't got time for this. So then she like kind of like broke out into a little jog to catch back up with me. She was like, yeah, but where did you go? I was looking for you. I asked somebody, where did you go? Because I don't know where she went when I had to leave because I was looking for the hostess. She had went in the house or something. So I found her fiance and I thanked them for inviting me and all this other stuff. Everybody was shocked and kind of sad I had to leave, but I had to go to work. So it is what it is. So anyway, I was just like, yeah. I mean, I had to do what I had to do. Any other time, I would have taken off. Like I told her for that retirement party, I ain't had no choice. They rejected my time that I put in because I said I'm putting in a day for this. Like because I promised that woman months in advance I was coming. I said I know they probably gonna try me, so I'm gonna take off for this. No matter what they have me on the schedule doing, more than likely they gonna try me like they always do. So I'm just gonna put in for it. I ended up having to put in a sick day. I called out as soon as I got off work that morning, so I didn't have to appear that next day, which was later on that day in all actuality. And they were short staffed by one person. Oh well, I'm just saying, like, shouldn't have changed my schedule. So anyway, we had a good old conversation. Like people don't know, like as long as the situation seems cool or whatever, I'll open up. I have no problem with open up. I have no problem with dancing and all that stuff. As long as it's fun, I feel safe and all that, I will open up. You know. So, but yeah, we had like I went up there for my break, and I stood up there for my entire break talking to her about the function. Literally just up there talking to her about the function. Then the woman who trained me came up there. We got to talking. It was fun. It was so it really was fun, and I hate that they're not gonna have it again. But in my mind, I'm just like, okay, I know that it can become pricey. So they probably spent over $1,000 or something dollars on this function because none of us had to bring anything. They always make sure to tell people don't bring nothing except yourself so that you can have a good time or whatever. My thing is this. I feel like if they gonna provide their backyard, we can come. Just let everybody bring something. Just still have a function. But if you know the people in your circle, in your family can really cook and they're clean, let me make sure I add that too. Then have them to cook the food or bring the food and all this other stuff. And we can still have a function to where y'all ain't got to fit the bill. The only thing y'all maybe pay for is the porta potty. Or you can have some of the closer friends to come in and pay for the porta potty. We put in for the porta potty. I ain't gonna lie to you. I put in $20 towards the porta potty myself because I know I'm gonna be the one using it. I'm gonna use it at least once. I do that because I really enjoy my stuff, and whatever that company is, I am so serious about asking her who was the company through, because that was the cleanest porta potty I have ever experienced in my life. I can't believe how clean that porta potty was. So, but yeah, y'all, it was nice. It was really, really nice. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I was looking good. Apparently, I was looking good. Apparently, I was looking good. Apparently, I was looking real good. Now, I actually planned on wearing a black dress. Okay, it was like a spaghetti strap black dress that I had planned on wearing, y'all. It's like a maxi dress. My body looked good in it. I wasn't gonna have no shapewear on or nothing. Stomach was gonna be out there, but I actually looked good in it, surprisingly enough. Because my legs ain't how I wanted to be right now, I was just like, you know what? Last minute, I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. Let me just wear this. So I ended up wearing this black shirt that had smooth as Tennessee whiskey or something on it, and it was like leading from one color to another. I like stuff like that fade into another color. It was cute. I ended up having on these red joggers that look so nice on me. The truth is the truth. I'm just saying. So that ended up being what I wore. And I had my feet out. I had done my toes. I got them looking like Skittles right now because it's summertime. Next month I'm gonna pull out all the pink, I guess. We gonna see, depending on how I feel. But if I have it my way, I'm gonna try to start getting back up to, being current with keeping my toes done. But October, I think I'm gonna pull out the pink because I already told y'all, or I think I told y'all, that next month after I take this style down, I'm going to hopefully do some knotless braids, and a couple of the braids are going to be pink, for breast cancer awareness. So we're gonna see if my tuck game is still up to par. We gonna see. We're gonna see. What else? So yeah. But yeah, as far as that is concerned, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Like y'all, I really, I'm kind of sad that this is the last time that she gonna do it, but they gotta do what they gotta do. Like now they're both retired, even though he has another business. Like they are literally retired, and he can just do that as he wants. Like if he wanted to just be at the house with her, he can do that. And so yes. Oh, and I told y'all before, he kept saying that he had a surprise for her. He had gotten her like this Benz SUV or something, and I thought that's what I overheard him say to somebody. But yeah, that's what the surprise was, that he has presented that to her. Like he is pulling out all the stops. I don't know when the wedding gonna be. Hopefully I'll be invited. Hopefully I'm still around, because I really, really, really do love her. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Even though we were co-workers, she has been so good to me since I've been at that job. And I can't, like, that's why when she asked me to do stuff or she tell me to do stuff, I actually listened to her and I was doing what she told me to do. Because I wouldn't have ever put in for this job that I'm working right now, this part, that this piece of a job, as I like to call it, where I'm filling in. I would have never put in for it had it not been for her, because I was not going to do it, because I felt slighted. Because it's like you keep giving the real jobs to everybody else. These people don't know nothing. These are people who had never been back there. A lot of them had never stepped foot back there, but y'all giving them the job. Like, what is going on? Like, I've been back there. I know what y'all expect. Y'all acting like y'all live for me. Y'all kept on saying, "Ooh, we would love you to come back here." I done applied for 9+ months straight every time y'all put the jobs out there. But then I look up and you done gave the jobs to somebody else. Like, come on now, make it make sense. Then the people y'all give them to, trash. Let me tell y'all about, child, ain't nothing but like one of the people who during that time period, the last little time period, that I ain't got no issues with them. Like, they really are great workers. They know what they doing. Child, this one dude, the one that I kept telling y'all about, he had been there like maybe 6 months, if that, at the job as a whole. He was making the least amount of money on the payroll at that job. Tell me why this man, when we had the meeting this morning, he was like a minute or so late or whatever. So the supervisor was like, all right, you know, you got to be at the meeting. The meetings are important, or something he said. And so he said something. I didn't hear what he said because I wasn't paying attention. Like, I'm waiting on the supervisor, well, the lead, to say what he was going to say. So he was like, what'd you say? He said, I don't care nothing about that. He was like, oh, okay, well, we'll address that after this meeting. Or, you know, at some point in time after this meeting. And then he kept on going with the meeting. So I was just like, part of me was like, okay, is he joking or what? Because he be on one. Like, if there was a drug testing right now, he would be up out of there. That's all I got to say. But anyway, I was just like, what's wrong with you? So when the meeting was over with, the supervisor was behind him anyway, because he comes to the meetings. That supervisor comes to every meeting. Now, the supervisor on the shift that's about to come in after we leave out, he is almost never at the meetings. But this particular supervisor, he actually cares. He wants everything to go the way it needs to go. And he really is somebody that you can approach and talk to if something's going on or whatever. So he was at the meeting. So when the meeting was over with, the lead pointed to him and they both went over there. I don't know what was said, but yeah. He was just like, I don't care about that. I was just like, wait a minute. I mean, I don't care about it either, but why would you say that out loud to the person that's over you? I was very thrown off. I was just like, oh, so you just got it like that you don't care about your job. Alrighty then. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm gonna fake it till I make it at least. Like, you getting paid. Like, he gets paid more than me. He get paid like a dollar more than me. So it's like, sir, wait a minute. Like, what is, wait. It was too much for me. I could not believe that man said that. And I'm talking about in front of everybody. I was just like, what's wrong with him? I feel like I'm leaving something out. Hold on, let me see. Okay, y'all. So I feel like I'm gonna forget. So I'm gonna end it like this. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna forget to tell y'all tomorrow. So I'm gonna end it like this and tell y'all about it now while it's on my mind, because I'm gonna forget. So y'all know my friend that's like T-Pain, right? We've had to work together. So tell me why I came in on the other shift before I ended up being on this one. So it was like either the beginning or the middle of the week, the work week or whatever. So when I came in, I think it was the first day. When I first came in and my hair wasn't done, all I had was a couple of these in. He didn't see me at first, right? But when he first saw me, it was before I put on all this other stuff, before I had any of this installed. So pretty much before I went on my first break, because when I went on my first break, I ended up installing a couple of these. Well, before I did that, he saw me. He walked up to me and said, yeah, I know you got something else under your hat. Because I ended up having a hat over what I had on, which I had a multifunctional headband on, because that's how I do. I put on a multifunctional headband or two, especially if it's wintertime, and then I'll put a hat over it. Now, that's just something that I do to protect my hair, whether that's the style I was going for or if my hair is incomplete. That's just something I end up doing so that I can still look presentable when I go to work or something like that. Or go out and be out and about, and I just still want to look presentable. Like, I was still looking cute by the head. I was looking decent by the head by even doing that. So he was like, I know you got something else going on. I know you got something else going on under your hat. Like, what you doing? And like, he said he knew I had something else under it. And I'm just like, what are you y'all don't, it's just the way he be saying stuff. He had me dying, but he wasn't lying. He wasn't wrong. Then he went on, and he said something about how one day he just randomly said something about how I never wear the same clothes twice. He's been on my IG and he saw that I don't be, he was like, I done scrolled through all your stuff. You ain't got on the same outfit twice. I'm looking like, what? Sir, you don't answer nothing that I sent to you in the DM. I can send you a meme in the DM. It's like you don't open that, but you'll open the app and go look and see something that I posted. What is going on? You go and see videos that I posted or pictures that I posted, but all of a sudden, you can see that I don't be wearing the same clothes twice. What? Like, it. And when he said that, I was like, wait a minute. He acting like he liked me. What is happening? Like, like, y'all don't be understanding the stuff he say to me. It keeps dawning on me that this man must like me, like more than just a friend type of like. And I'm just like, what is going on? This is too much. Like, I am so confused. And he's in the middle of actually getting divorced. He is still getting divorced from the wife. Um, yeah, but I'm not interested. Oh, and so one of the other reasons why I say that is because I confided in him and I told him some stuff. It's like he brings stuff up to throw in my face, in a sense. And I'm just like, he really be saying it like he's bothered. And I'm like, this man like me. What is going on? And it kind of weirded me out a little bit. It confused me. I'm like, what's wrong with you? It's a mess, y'all. But anyway, let me get up off of here. I'm gonna do what I can. I got an hour left, so whatever I can get done in an hour, I'm gonna do to my hair and get on up out of here. Y'all have a good day. I'll be back later.